Let's uncover some misinformation in mainstream media, specifically on the show Morning Joe. I'll show you.
Steve, what do the numbers show?
Well, first of all, we were never energy independent under Donald Trump. In fact, we really haven't been energy independent going back until sometime before 1950. You can see that the amount of oil imports that we had during Trump did in fact decline. This is part of a long progression that goes back to the mid-2000s. It's nothing that he particularly did. It continued under Biden, and lo and behold, the first time we have been energy independent as it applies to oil was in 2023 under Biden's presidency, when we actually exported a bit more oil than we imported.
No. So first of all, let's clearly define what energy independence is. It's when you produce more energy than you consume. Period. We did become energy independent in 2019 under Donald Trump, and we are still energy independent today. We're more energy independent than we was then. And that guy is citing this report that was recently released in March of this year that, U.S. achieves energy independence for first time in 40 years. They got this story from a report that was put out by J.P. Morgan. This is the J.P. Morgan report. And in this report, it says the U.S. has achieved energy independence for the first time in 40 years, but it doesn't say when. It just says, see the chart below, right? Well, the chart below clearly shows that we crossed that line in 2019, not in 2024. And then Steve Ratner goes to his little chart that he has on his background in the studio and shows a line that we imported less oil than we exported in 2024. That's false. This number right here is imports, 218. This number right here is exports. So when it comes to just crude oil only and not all petroleum products, we still import more than we export. And what that guy on MSNBC, Steve Ratner, what he's doing, he's comparing crude oil imports to total petroleum exports. So he's not using the same two things. It's either just crude or crude and petroleum, right? Whenever you're looking at crude oil imports and exports, make sure you're looking at what you want to look at, because you can look at just crude oil, or you can look at another graph that says crude oil and petroleum products. Again, he is comparing crude oil imports only to crude oil exports that also include other petroleum. Newsweek ran that story back in March or May, whenever it was, just to make it look like we only became energy independent under the Biden administration. And the report they cited in their report that came out by J.P. Morgan does not support what they say, because J.P. Morgan's report says just look at the chart. The chart says 2019. Newsweek. The chart says 2019. The reason this misinformation is bad is because the average person can go fact check this and think it's not misinformation, because they don't understand how to read the data and how to separate out and categorize the data properly. So a lot of people will fact check this and say, oh yeah, he's right. It's not right. Not right at all. Are we energy independent? Yes. Are we more energy independent than ever? Yes. Did it just occur this year? No. It's been going on since 2019. And by the way, energy independence has nothing to do with just oil imports and exports. This whole segment was misleading and false. Thanks.